Greetings guys, Cowman here, and welcome to episode number 53 of Minecraft Alpha to 1.17. So, in this video, got a quite delicious new project, as you may have seen from the title actually. Just gonna get this guy go first. But first of all, we need to add someone to the shoutout garden again actually, because we've got another new commenter. So, rest in peace Cow, by the way. So today we are adding our Arab Funny. So we're adding them because of a really nice not content, sorry, that they left on episode number 52 where they said, I like the content. So yeah, I decided that they deserve a place in my shoutout garden. And here is your shoutout, Arab Funny. Oh, Arab Funny, sorry. It's really difficult to say actually, by the way. Yeah, not meaning to offend you though, if you are watching this video though. Anyway, so let's get on with what we are going to be building. So we are going to be building a cake shop as well as a place that might also sell a bit of bread as well. So yeah, that's the main project and thing we're going to be building. And yeah, we're actually going to be building it a little bit in this direction actually, I've decided. Just because I really haven't ever really built that far in this direction. And you know, I just don't want it to all be over in that direction. So yeah. And also, I don't really want on the house to be like at the very edge, because otherwise, you know, it will take an increasingly long time to get to places. So anyway, first let's get rid of that. And I think what I am actually going to need to do first is I might need to just extend some of this land out a teeny bit. So overall, the cake shop is not going to be too large. It's going to be like a relatively sort of square building. However, the main gimmick of it is going to be that it's going to have like, you know, sort of like look like a cake a little bit. So basically, it's mostly going to be made out of wood actually. Yeah, and yeah, it's also going to have like sort of like cherries on the top, which are obviously just going to be, you know, wool, but you know, can do anything better. Anyway, I'm getting a bit distracted here, so I'm going to need some sand here, I think. So luckily, I've got quite a lot of that stuff. And I'm not expecting, in all honesty, to finish it in this video. We might do a little bit in the next video, though. So, yeah, let's go then, shall we? So, I kind of want this building to be... Let's make it... I should have decided this for video, I know. Let's make it 10 by 10, then. So, I'm probably going to want to have it around this corner here. So, let's just quickly mark some of this out here, then. So this is, by the way, going to mark where the wall's going to be. So yeah, let's start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's just quickly build a little bit over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Let's quickly just check this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I think I will eventually expand some of this land out a little bit more and maybe make it a little bit more even, but I'm not even going to bother doing that right now. So I'm just going to think terraforming might bore you guys. Also, thank you, Mr. Sheep, actually, because I still need the wool actually for that library which we were working on in the last video. Just because I'm actually recording this on the same day as episode 52. Yeah, and also look at that. Tool seems to last quite a lot longer actually than they used to. Yeah, if you saw the early part of this Let's Play, like basically before episode 50, you'll actually remember how like tools used to go much faster. But yeah, I think since beta 1.2 actually, I think that was the update where they increased the durability, which is quite nice actually, because it means like I don't have to keep running back after the house just to make another shovel. That was actually why I was largely using stone tools actually, which I think I will largely use them a little bit mostly, but obviously not on like mining trips. Excuse me. Right, so we're going to mainly have this made out of wooden planks. I thought it would be cool to make out of orange wool, but you know, I just kind of want to save some of my flowers until we can, and actually renew them all. Basically, because you can't actually renew they're not renewable here. So yeah, there we go. So this is roughly how large this thing is going to be. So yeah, let's actually build this up 2 blocks here, and then what I will do is I might sort of like kind of like design the top layer, which is actually going to be made out of wool actually mostly, sort of look like icing. So also this thing is not supposed to be here very quickly, so let's just deal with that. But what I think now I think about it, what I will do actually, I'm going to make this 3 blocks entirely wood, and then like maybe like 1 layer like half and half, and then like, you know, the top 2 layers like entirely white, with also some red wool on the top actually, just sort of create the illusion of cherries. Anyway, so right, so I need to make a bit more wood quickly. Let's try and at least get like maybe most of the exterior structure completed in this video. I think that'll be like a fair target then. Yeah, that was actually why like episode 49 was actually so long, because I was like pretty much like a bit overly determined to complete that structure in one video, and yeah, ultimately it was a failure and the video ended up being 35 minutes long. Yeah, which I'm pretty sure that not many of you sat down to watch the entire video for, because seriously, I don't think anyone would actually watch that for long. Like, unless it was like a world tour, obviously, when usually people are willing to sit down for a long time to watch that. Yeah, you know, usually if it's particularly long, you kind of need to split it into 2 videos, so. Anyway, so let's get back to what we're going to work in quickly. So, any more wood around here? So, by the way, I'm definitely not going to use any of this spruce or birch wood, just because until beta 1.5, you couldn't actually renew them at all, which, seriously, is madness. But luckily, I've got quite a lot of trees ready to be cut down, so hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. Basically, in case you didn't know, actually, I probably should have said this in episode 51, until beta 1.5, if you basically destroy spruce or birch leaves, then they would just give you an oak sapling, basically because they hadn't added like corresponding saplings in yet, which basically makes oak wood fully renewable, but makes birch and spruce wood not renewable. So yeah, let's quickly just cut down some of these trees quickly. Right, and I'm pretty sure we won't be able to completely build all the icing in on top actually. And by icing I basically mean just white roof. But yeah, I'm sure you get the point. Anyway, so let's quickly replant some of these saplings before we get going though. Just so we actually, you know, don't run out of wood. So, done here. There we go. Also, by the way, here, what I actually have been doing a little bit, this thing, by the way, is supposed to be here for now, is I've kind of decided that, look, I needed to get rid of some of this sand that was here, like, previously sand, like, went in here quite a long way, actually. Since I've cut it back quite a good bit, actually, and I have to just place dirt here. The only problem, actually, is that you can't get it over here, so I've just realised that I'm going to need to place one of these here. But basically, it takes quite a while to spread, basically, because usually, like, if it's like a 1 block thing, like, you know, like, it's really slow. Yeah, that's actually why sometimes you can do grass races with this sort of stuff, actually. Yeah, obviously here, though, this was icing, so I do need that there. Don't just think that's supposed to be something that's supposed to look ugly. Also going to need a little bit here. But I'm not going to just, you know, throw it in right now. And by that, I mean one of those things. So, yeah. So let's quickly see if we can see any more sheep around here. No, what I am actually going to do, though, is I am just quickly going to go in and place a teeny bit of this stuff in. Just because this was actually what we were working on in the last video, and yeah, like, we didn't see that many sheep for the most part. and it was really inefficient, the video, and I didn't get much done at all, so yeah. So, let's quickly get back and do a little bit more of this. Luckily, that's most of the wood placed now, other than in the inside, which we're going to do a bit later on. So yeah, let's start doing some of this then. So, let's do a bit 2 and 2 method here, I think. There we go. Yeah, so this is all supposed to look a bit like icing dripping down, actually. So yeah, I just need to do all around here, obviously. FOR, that is. And in case you don't know what FOR stands for, it's actually a phrase I created and someone's used in real life, actually. It basically stands for obvious reasons. So yeah. So I think actually, I think this should be just 1 block. I think actually I should make it 2 blocks now I look at it. I think otherwise the ice might look a little bit thin. There we go. Right, so let's start doing doing some of the interior. I think we'll make our first cake in the next video, though. Excuse me. So I think what I'm actually going to do in here is I think I might actually just use cobblestone, just because I've got quite a lot of it. Although I'm not going to rule out potentially changing that in the future, just because I think that might be a bit of a disgusting block choice. Also, I keep forgetting where chests are. Obviously, cobblestone's down here, obviously. So there we go, that should be enough, just because I know it's exactly 64 by 64 on blocks I'm going to need. No, actually not 64 by 64, I meant 64 blocks actually inside here. Yeah, to complete the flooring. Right, so yeah, let's quickly get going with this then. We're just going to need to put some glass in, actually. Right, so I think it's up on the 3rd floor, actually. So just need to obviously remember that. There we go. You know, I actually already had some, which I actually didn't realise, though, so at least I can proclaim myself an idiot now. So anyway, I think let's just use 3 pieces of coal here. I usually try not to use too much coal, though, not just for the environment, but basically just because, you know, I don't really have that much of it. I've only got 21 pieces left, and obviously since it's non-renewable, I don't really want to use too much of it, although I'm actually going to need to use some right now to make some torches. And also, I don't think charcoal existed. I'm actually just really going to look up on the Minecraft wiki very quickly while that stuff is smelting, though. When was that invented? Just quickly looking now. That didn't come out. Actually, it actually did exist now, actually. So, hey, let's actually try and make some now, actually. There we go. Look at that. So we are just quickly going to wait for a little bit more glass to smelt first. Just take a bit of a wander around here quickly. Just to keep ourselves amused here. Right, so any down here? Perfect. I think there's a little bit more ready. Let's actually just use a little bit in here, actually, in place of this normal coal. Yeah, you know, the only problem is here, like, as you can see, it uses the exact same texture. Probably because there wasn't a texture space for that, I imagine. So yeah, this is what this thing looks like so far, by the way. I know, it probably looks a little bit too simple. But in all honesty, doesn't look too dreadful in all honesty. That's in my opinion, obviously. Even if you disagree with the comments, I'll still add you to my shout-out gun, because pretty much if anyone leaves a comment right now, oh, then I'll add you, unless like it's a really mean one, which I pretty much never had actually right now. Well, actually, I mean up to now. Anyway, so let's quickly do the ceiling in here then. I think then we'll try and finish the roof off and the interior in the next video actually. Didn't mean to do that quickly though. Let's do with that. There we go. And last bit here then. There we go. Oh, actually, thank you, Mr. Sheep, actually, for appearing. I'm gonna need your wool though. So thanks. Oh yeah, quite a few sheep here actually. Yeah, actually, again, seems to be already getting a bit better luck actually. Here with sheep actually here than the last video. So I thought we really haven't been looking for that many sheep in this video. So also there's one over there, so we'll go and get that quickly. There we go, thank you. Right, so let's just quickly go and place this down very quickly. Yeah, and I think we'll just end this video. Just so we're not rambling on for too long. So let's just make sure I don't get any of this wrong, because that's the last thing I'd want. So that's bit going to be red there. Actually, I think all this bit needs. Hang on, no, this white. Hang on, this white actually is supposed to be. I've just realised. So I think it's going to yellow here actually. What I do want to do here, by the way, is I do eventually want to add in blue, but you need lapis lazuli, which you obviously need to mine, and to do that, which I haven't bothered collecting right now. Although I think I will eventually do that. I think what I will do soon actually is I probably will need to do a video where I just go mine for the whole video. There we go. Oh, oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, so before we end this video actually, let's actually go and place a little bit more of this wall down actually. After I just deal with this jackpot I've just found. How many sheep is that? That's 3 more sheep. Thanks a lot. Thank God actually. Thank you for spawning actually. You know that guy only gave you once, so I don't know why I just praised him though. So yeah, actually, let's quickly just place this down there, and then fair enough. Yeah, that's weird actually. Usually you don't really see that many sheep at night, spawning at night usually. Well, at least in previous versions. Maybe it might be if there's a change in beta 1.2 actually. Oh, oops, didn't mean to do that. Hang on, no, hang on. No, it was here actually I was supposed to place it. Oops, silly, I'm an idiot, of course. There we go. And gonna need some here. And obviously gonna need some green here. And where else am I gonna need green actually? Is that all the green done actually? Yeah, what? I think I've got all the green I'm gonna need now actually, believe it or not. Perfect actually. So anyway, before we end this video, I am actually just quickly going to do a little bit more of this roof. So, luckily I am nearly finished with that library though, so hopefully it will mean like I can just focus on getting and what I'm going to need for the library a little bit more. For the bakery, I mean, sorry, not the library. There we go. So, that's pretty much all we're going to be doing in this video, guys. So, overall, made some decent progress on here. And yeah. So, I really hope all of you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you in episode number 54. Bye, guys.